Alright, welcome to part 2 of the CX500 reassembly project. Finally getting around to this. If you're new here, this is my Honda CX500. It's a 1980 model, and I bought it about a year and a half ago, so it's been a while. Haven't really worked on it for the past few months, and we're finally reassembling it. I'm hoping to have this done by my wedding, which is 6 days from now. So we'll see if we can do it. Hopefully we can, but we might not. Who knows? Hopefully it's a running driving. I can just ride it over to the wedding venue. We'll see. But that's all in the works. So last video we ended this with the CX500 standing on its own 2 feet for the very first time. And today we're doing wiring and actually completely reassembling the bike. Hopefully we can get that all done. I want to get the wiring harness all put in. I want to get the electrics working mostly. Electronic fan, we still need to figure that out. The thermostat switch that I was going to install is a little bit too big for where I was going to install it. So we need to get a new one. Hopefully we can get that before the wedding, but if not, no big deal. I think the previous owner rode the bike without a fan half the time anyway, because it was broken right when I bought it, so yeah. So today, I have about a solid 8 hours to hammer stuff out. Hopefully I can get most of it done, so let's do it. Okay, I feel like I need to update you guys. I'm just trucking. So basically what I'm trying to figure out, I just got the seat mounts on, just got the seat figured out how that's gonna mount. My next step is to get some of the wiring harness in, but before I do that, I really wanna get the battery box and the electrical tray all sorted out and whatnot, but before I do that, I do wanna modify the exhaust. So my plan is to chop it off and just add the muffler onto it. That way, when the exhaust comes out, the side just like this comes down, then the muffler starts about right here. And then it goes to about right there. I don't want it to go all the way to the back and then kind of slope up like everybody else does. I just want to keep the back as clean as possible, I guess. And so it's going to be a nice short and sweet exhaust there, with of course the exhaust wrap, the tan exhaust wrap coming down. It's going to look pretty sweet. So, I'm super nervous. I gotta be honest, I'm super nervous. I hate chopping up stuff that I can't really put back together. Especially if this is the stock exhaust of a 1980 motorcycle. So, but that's the plan. So let's get to it. Alright, so I got the right side done. So there it is. I put some red gasket maker in there just so there's no exhaust leaks. I do have exhaust weld, but I actually prefer RTV gasket maker over the exhaust weld. Overall, it just works better. Exhaust weld starts cracking prematurely, I've noticed. So yeah, there it is. Alright, I didn't want it to come to this, but I think I'm just going to cut off the little fan shaft. It's technically the end of the camshaft, but I just want more clearance. I need to whip this out. The fan, it was just touching before. I just want to make sure that the camshaft is not going to smack the fan and drill a hole through it while I'm riding around. So I think I'm just going to cut it off. That's the easiest thing to do. I'm not going back to a mechanical fan anyway, so it doesn't really need to be there. So let's do this. All right, that'll do it. That'll do it, man. Just gonna clean it up. It's got a harsh edge on it. I'm just clean it up, smooth it out, and it's done. Install the fan with the new switch I just bought. It's right there. It's right there. Smash like, smash dislike twice. Smash subscribe. Smash the notification bell. Alright, so I think I need to give you guys an update. You guys have been watching a huge time lapse and I really haven't been doing this. Like, I just need to get this done. Today is my last full day before my wedding that I can actually work on this bike, so I've just been trying to whip it out. And I have headphones on, so I can't hear anything I'm saying. Hopefully I sound okay. So anyway, here is where I'm at right now. You just watched me fabricating the battery box. You just watched me fabricating the little frame hoop. I put the whole bike together. I made the seat mounts and all that. I also just fabricated some, whatever you call those little blocks for the frame was open before. So I just wanted to get that closed up. So my brother came over and helped me to install some helicoils. The threads on this side of the valve cover were completely destroyed. Completely stripped out. We tried to tap them first. It just didn't do anything, so we had to do some helicoil inserts. It was my first time doing it, and so he came over, he helped me out. Huge help. I just want to give him a shout out. Thank you so much. And if you guys want to check out his stuff, he's actually an engineer, and he makes a lot of repair kits and whatnot for different things, and so you don't have to buy like the whole assembly for stuff. So that's what he does. He makes a ton of stuff, and he actually enjoys when people hit him up with like new projects. And if you guys need like specialty parts or specific parts for projects and you don't want to buy a whole assembly for it, just hit him up. I'll put his contact information in the description below. His website too, go check it out. I know a lot of you guys who wrench on your own, so go check him out. Anyway, where I'm at right now is I'm doing all the electrics. I just got it all plugged in, wired up, and I have the battery ready. So I'm gonna hook this up. Everything else is pretty much good to go, I believe. And so we'll see if everything works. I also just wired in the aftermarket gauge into the stock connector, and that's connected up. The only thing it's missing is an oil pressure sensor. So I don't have one. I think I'll be okay. And it's really just I just need to get this done. So carburetors are installed, pod air filters on there. Everything is ready. I just need to put some oil in and get some coolant in here. And I'm actually ready for the first try of starting the engine for the first time as the cafe racer. So exciting stuff, exciting stuff. I'm really hoping this works out. All right, so my wedding is literally tomorrow. I'm like headed to the rehearsal dinner in like an hour and a half. So I finally finished though. It's finished enough to kind of be a show bike, but again, I don't have any tank decals. I don't have anything fancy on it just yet. and it is not 100% finished. I need to give it a deep clean still, and I also need to wire in the fan, and I need to touch up a few things on the front end as well. But it still looks cool, so let's give it a start. I've been going double time these last couple days. Well, it's still a work in progress, that's for sure. Alright, well, that's it. That's what it sounds like. Freaking loud. Stupid loud.